My name is Callum, I'm 21 years old and I live in London in the UK. I think from a graphic designer's perspective, which I am, the beauty for us lies in the form of what we create, so that we kind of see a beauty where a lot of other people won't see it, like a beauty in how a logo is created. And sort of like we kind of get into really weird stuff, like when you look at a word within a logo and the letters are all equally spaced out and it's really nice, we all get a bit excited over that, and everyone else is kind of like, well, what the hell are you doing?
Hi, I'm Jessie Lynn. I am 23 years old and I live in New York City, New York. The definition, I think, is very personal. To me, beauty is something that inspires you, something that makes you happy, and something that pushes you kind of to be your best self. So, you know, I think the traditional idea of beauty is like when you look at a magazine and you say, oh, that woman is beautiful, but I think, or that flower is beautiful or whatever, but I think that is even subjective.
I'm Todd Williams, I'm 27 and I live in Southern California. That's a kind of a hard one to answer. I can't really put words to it. You know, I'll look at something and I'll either think it's beautiful, okay, or not at all. I don't know. If someone comes up with a good response to that, I'll just concur.
I'm Emily Cohen. I'm 26, turning 27 next week, and I'm from Hawaii, but I live in Washington now. I define beauty by anything that is pleasant to view or makes me happy to think about. I think beauty is something that makes you stop and look at it.
When I think of the definition of beauty, I think of things like my mom and being with my friends, and it's more of an ethereal definition rather than like the dictionary says the definition of beauty is this. You know, I think there's too much definition in that.
I think what me as a creative and what other creatives kind of find beautiful about Earth is like the sheer beauty, like the natural beauty that kind of goes on within like the landscapes and the vast areas that have been untouched by humans. I think people like to go and like they kind of go on retreats, and like artists and painters and probably even graphic designers will go to these places of natural beauty to kind of clear their head and take inspiration from like all these natural forms. I mean, I'm sure like fashion designers or illustrators would like go to these places and kind of look at like all the natural colours that kind of appear in tropical climates, and even in like the countryside in Yorkshire, in the north of England. You know, it's grey, but it's like grey and green and like quite bland, and there's just kind of like turds, but there's still like this beauty about it because it's just so natural and untouched.
Everywhere? Is that cliche? Is that stupid? I look for beauty everywhere, because if you're not looking for beauty, then you're not looking for like the things in life that can make you happy. So if you're not looking for beauty, then you're thinking, you're living life as if there is no beauty out there. The more you see the beauty out there, the happier you are. Specifically, I look for it in the sky. I love the night sky. I love like a sunset. I love a sunrise. I love the way that I look for it in the water, and the way that things are reflected in the water and in the water. And I look to see how people have created beauty. It's like whether it's like on stage in theater, on a movie or a sculpture or something, like I look to see where that creation of beauty is.
In the grander scheme of things, it's like the little things that people do, like random acts of kindness, which I find quite beautiful. It's not really like a visible or like a tangible beauty, but it's just something that kind of exists.
Little random acts of kindness. I really like that. I don't know if that's beauty, but I know that when somebody when you go to Starbucks and the person in front of you pays and you pay and like this little thing, it's beautiful because that's just people caring about people.
Well, I also admire those who are able to put others before themselves. It's not something you see every single day, and when you do see it, I don't know. For me, it just kind of makes my little heart glow, and I mean, it could just be small little things.
I think the more things you find beautiful, the better your quality of life will be. I think that the more you're able to see beauty in, you are definitely contributing to your happiness in a way. Like you're finding a way to see beauty in the small things, or the big things, or the stupid things, or the funny things. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's important to try and find it in general. To look for it. I think it's if we're in charge of our own definition, then we are also in charge of finding it.
I'm sure there's some science reason. Like I'm sure there's some like endorphins that are released when you see something beautiful. Probably not endorphins. It's some science. Science happens, and when you see beauty, it actually legitimately impacts you because of science.
We all have our own definition of it, and it's up to us to contribute to it. And I don't think that it can ever be coherent between all the billions of people we have on this planet. I think that we can find similar interests, which is why we make friends and why we have people that we can talk to and connect to, because we share similar ideas of beauty. But as far as having agreement with everybody, I don't know about that.
No, I don't think so, unless we all became like one giant hive mind. I mean, we all see things differently. We perceive the world all in different ways. I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to be something that can be truly defined. I do, however, think that most people would agree that there's one thing that is beautiful, and that is life.
Since I think the definition is so subjective, I get to choose what the definition is. And so when I say, oh wow, that's a really beautiful flower, or your hair looks beautiful today, Mallory, then that's my definition, you know?
I think I contribute to sort of like the whole random acts of kindness, and I feel like I especially do that with my friends when it's like, oh, you know, I'll buy your coffee, or, well, you know, like just something kind of like nice and sweet. But I wouldn't say I necessarily do it to like strangers, like random people, as much as I feel like in churches. I feel like it matters more. But
I think I contributed by forcing myself to think about it. Does that make sense? And that like I force myself to think, like to take in those little moments of beauty. And I'm somebody who, like, I see something and it's like a shadow from a leaf, which is so dumb. But like to me it's like so pretty, and I take a picture and the picture it's a picture of a leaf and it doesn't do it, but like even so I think just being willing to see those little things every day, whether it's like the way a leaf looks or the shadow or a tree or whatever it is, just being able to say, yeah, that's really pretty, and like allowing yourself to have those moments. So I think that I contribute to it by just allowing myself those moments and allowing myself to look for beauty and encouraging myself to do it. I encourage myself to look for beauty because if I don't see beauty every day, I'm gonna get sad. And I'm gonna be sad.
exist better. And what I mean by that is we're really good at moving forward, but if we were to combine that with existing better and moving forward, we could probably do some pretty awesome things, and everyone around the world and the world itself would probably be doing better.
Go a day without finding anything beautiful. And at the end of the day, and you're like, this was a great day, or you're like, wow, that sucked. No, like if you aren't seeking beauty, and if you're not at least being willing to admit where there is beauty, then that's a long day. It's like black and white versus color. You know, if you allow yourself those moments, those little like smiles will happen, and that little smile from you could be that little smile from somebody else.
And like that's another thing that beauty could be, is little celebrations of the things that you find wonderful, you know?
When you're a graphic designer, like all we want to do is make things beautiful, but that kind of relies on what kind of jobs you get in. I think it's kind of any graphic designer's dream to kind of have this big open space in in a large open plan art gallery, or like something in the public where like a client just goes, do with this whatever you want, and like you can make like a really beautiful kind of public space where everyone can go and enjoy it.
As a creative person, I could write more and share that with others. I can write things that would make people happy. I can take pictures of things that I find beautiful and share those things with others. I could perform more shows.
I'm not sure that I affect change in the entire world, but I think that living my life to the fullest extent possible is affecting my world and the microcosm of the world and the family that I live in. My actions affect those people in my microcosm, in my world, and their actions affect a larger group of people. And whether or not their actions are based on something I did or said, there is some sort of chain reaction or impact there.
It's kind of like the butterfly effect. One person can do one small little thing, and then that thing can completely change somebody's life. So it's amazing how we all leave impressions on each other on a daily basis, just by existing.
We seek beauty because it makes us happy. We seek people because they make us happy. With people, we find beauty in the little things. We find beauty in the little things all around us. And those little moments of beauty are what make us truly happy. Beauty is more than just face value. The world is beautiful, and human connection is even more beautiful.